Today we're going to be making baked spaghetti, which is a recipe your whole family will love. It's a great casserole dish that also works well as a freezer meal. So let's get started. Okay, so the first thing that I did was brown 1 pound of ground beef. Just got my little burner here, get this turned up. To that, I'm going to add about 1/2 of an onion that I've diced up and 2 garlic cloves that I've minced. Just gonna mix those in there. And then I have about 1/2 of a bell pepper. All those classic things that you need when you're making spaghetti. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna leave this in my pan and I'm gonna let the onions and peppers cook for about 5 minutes with the lid on. Okay, these onions and peppers are smelling delicious and they're getting nice and cooked. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a can of diced tomatoes. You can also use fresh tomatoes if you have some right now. I know it's getting to be the end of the summer and a lot of people have those. So just about 2 cups of diced tomatoes. Mix that all in with the ground beef and the onions and the peppers. And then I'm going to put a little bit of salt and pepper in here. Flavor those tomatoes up. Okay, I'm going to cover this up again and I'm going to let it simmer for about 5 more minutes so that those tomatoes can cook down. So there's one more ingredient that I like to add to my sauce, and that is a can of cream of chicken soup, which isn't traditional with spaghetti, but it makes this so yummy and it makes the sauce like a creamy tomato sauce. And it's really good. And because you use the cream of chicken, you can always use chicken instead of ground beef on this, or you can use a ground sausage or whatever meat you'd like. Just gonna put that in there, mix that all around. Okay, great. Now that we have everything mixed together, we're ready to put this into our casserole dish. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna spray the bottom of my dish with Pam so that those noodles don't stick. And then I'm going to scoop about 1/2 of this sauce into the bottom of the pan. Cover the bottom of that. Spread it out. Great. And now I'm going to take my prepared spaghetti. And when I make this, because we're going to be baking it, I like to cook my spaghetti less than the time says on the box. So this spaghetti called for 11 minutes and I did mine for 9 since it's going to cook when we put it into the oven a little bit more. So go ahead and just put all of your spaghetti on top of that delicious meat sauce. Yummy, yummy, yummy. Okay, now we're going to put the rest of this sauce onto the top of the spaghetti. All those delicious juices are going to drip down in there. Make a yummy spaghetti sauce. Because we're going to bake it, all of those flavors are going to marry and get absorbed into the spaghetti. It's going to be really good. Now, I like to top mine with some sliced olives. My kids actually call this dish spaghetti pizza, since it has like a lot of the toppings you would regularly see on pizza. Okay, yummy olives. And then I just have about 1 cup of shredded cheese. I like to use the Colby Jack. I'm just going to put that all over the top of there. And now it's ready to go in the oven. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cover this with some aluminum foil. And I'm going to stick this in a 350-degree oven for about 45 minutes. Now remember, if you're doing this as a freezer meal, you're probably going to want to add about 1 cup of water into your casserole dish or into your crock pot to let this cook. Okay, this looks awesome. The cheese is all melted and all of it's nice and bubbly and warm. With about 10 minutes left in the 45-minute baking time, I took off of the aluminum foil so that all of that cheese can melt. Doesn't it look amazing? So now Just let it set for like 5 minutes or so and then go ahead and dish it up. You'll see all that awesome cheese and sauce has melted down through those noodles. Those delicious onions and peppers and tomatoes. And my kids love this dish. Okay guys, there you have it. It's that easy. Give me a thumbs up if you like this recipe, and if you make it, make sure you leave me a comment and let me know how it worked out for you guys and if you liked it. So if you haven't yet, please subscribe and stay tuned for more deliciousness.